What if a single glance could change everything? What if the eyes hold more than just sight, but a gateway to a deeper truth? Tonight, on a bustling city street, a silent exchange is about to unfold, an encounter between two vastly different worlds that will reveal the extraordinary power of human connection. Prepare to witness a moment where the ordinary fades and a profound miracle begins. Stay with us to uncover the untold story behind this extraordinary encounter. In a world often divided by circumstance, sometimes all it takes is a flicker of recognition to bridge the widest chasm. Before we witness the miracle, let's understand the man. What truly defines a millionaire beyond the bank account? Meet Arthur Vance, a titan of industry, whose name adorned skyscrapers and whose investments shaped markets. He sat at a polished marble table on a trendy street, the clink of silverware echoing softly in the twilight. A perfectly seared steak, a glass of vintage Cabernet. The scene was a tableau of success. Yet behind the well-tailored suit and the calm demeanor, a subtle weariness etched itself around his eyes. Arthur's journey to the top hadn't been paved with gold. He'd started with nothing, a stark contrast to the opulence surrounding him now. His early life was a tapestry of scraped knees and empty cupboards, a relentless pursuit of survival that eventually morphed into an insatiable drive for achievement. He had learned early on that success often came at a price: long hours, missed moments, and a growing sense of isolation despite his vast network. He had built an empire, but a void remained, a quiet ache that even the hum of a private jet couldn't quite drown out. He rarely lingered in public places like this. It felt exposed. But tonight, a late meeting had led him here, a rare deviation from his carefully constructed schedule. Little did he know, a small, desperate plea was about to fill that void in the most unexpected way. Could his past hold the key to the unexpected connection that's about to unfold? In the glow of streetlights, a mother's silent prayer. Her story is not just one of hardship, but of fierce, unwavering love. Her name was Alara. She clutched her bundled child, Leo, a tiny, fragile weight against her chest. Leo, barely a year old, stirred fretfully, his soft whimper a tiny needle in Alara's heart. For weeks, they had been adrift, victims of circumstance and bad luck that had snowballed into desperate poverty. Alara's small savings were gone, her part-time job vanished, and the warmth of a shelter had become a distant memory. Her pride, once a shield, had crumbled. Tonight, it was replaced by a primal need to feed her son. Her eyes, wide with a mixture of exhaustion and fierce determination, scanned the affluent street. Each restaurant pulsed with warmth and the aroma of rich food, a cruel taunt. Her stomach churned, but it was Leo's hunger that truly gnawed at her. She had tried everything, begging, scrounging, even offering to wash dishes for a scrap. Nothing. Then, her gaze landed on Arthur Vance. He sat alone, a picture of undisturbed privilege. A wave of shame washed over her, but it was quickly eclipsed by the image of Leo's hungry face. Taking a deep breath, she walked towards him, her threadbare clothes a stark contrast to the polished street. As she approached, she knelt down, a silent, desperate plea. Her voice, when it came, was barely a whisper. "Sir, please, anything for my child." Her journey, her silent struggle, it's a testament to the human spirit. But what happens when two such different worlds collide? As her gaze met his, it was more than just a plea for food. It was a silent whisper of shared humanity, a story waiting to be heard. The moment of truth. As their eyes met, something shifted. Was it magic or something more profound, something scientifically explainable? Arthur, initially startled by the sudden intrusion, had looked up, ready to dismiss her. But then his gaze locked with Alara's. It wasn't just a fleeting glance. It was an unexpected plunge into the depths of her soul. In that instant, something remarkable, something almost inexplicable unfolded. It was more than just seeing a woman in need. It was a visceral, almost electric connection. The science behind this phenomenon is fascinating. Our brains are equipped with mirror neurons, specialized cells that fire not only when we perform an action, but also when we observe someone else performing the same action. But it goes deeper than that. When we make sustained eye contact, particularly with someone in distress, our limbic system, the emotional center of our brain, goes into overdrive. We experience limbic resonance, a profound, unconscious attunement to another person's emotional state. It's why we instinctively wince when we see someone get hurt or feel a surge of joy when a friend is happy. For Arthur, this wasn't just a scientific process, it was an emotional awakening. In Alara's tired, pleading eyes, he didn't just see poverty. He saw the ghost of his own past hunger, the echo of his mother's desperate pleas for work when he was a child. He saw the sheer, unyielding love of a parent, a love he had witnessed in his own mother, and a love he had perhaps unknowingly sacrificed in his relentless pursuit of wealth. The world around them seemed to fade, leaving only the profound understanding that sometimes the greatest treasures are not found in vaults, but in the depths of human connection. The clatter of cutlery, the murmur of conversations, all faded into a distant hum. All that remained was the silent, powerful communication between two souls. The science of connection is powerful, but the impact of a single act of kindness? That's truly transformative. A wave of overwhelming empathy washed over Arthur. It wasn't pity, it was a deep, unsettling recognition. The expensive steak before him suddenly seemed tasteless, the vintage wine bitter. He saw the thinness of Alara's hand, the faint tremor as she held her child. He saw the desperation, yes, but also the dignity, the unyielding spirit of a mother fighting for her child's survival. This was no ordinary beggar. This was a reflection of a fundamental human experience, a struggle for sustenance that transcended social strata. He reached out, not to offer money, but to gently touch her arm, a gesture of shared humanity. "Please," he said, his voice surprisingly gentle, "don't just take the leftovers. Come, sit. You and your son." His words were an invitation, not a handout. He didn't just see her as a problem to be solved. He saw her as an individual, worthy of respect and a moment of solace. The transformation in his eyes was palpable. The weariness of wealth had momentarily lifted, replaced by a clarity and purpose he hadn't felt in years. The initial shock had given way to a profound sense of responsibility, not out of obligation, but from a genuine wellspring of compassion that had been stirred by a single, powerful gaze. What happens when one act of kindness sparks a ripple? It's more than just a meal, it's the genesis of hope. Arthur didn't just offer them a meal. He offered them a moment of peace, of dignity. He ordered a warm, nutritious meal for Alara and milk for Leo. He listened as Alara, hesitantly at first, then with increasing relief, shared her story. He learned of her dreams, her resilience, and the sheer bad luck that had led her to this street corner. This wasn't a fleeting act of charity for Arthur. The eye contact had etched something deep within him. He saw Alara not as a statistic, but as a person with potential. Over the next few weeks, Arthur, with a newfound sense of purpose, began to connect Alara with resources. Not just a one-time donation, but a pathway to sustainable change. He helped her secure a safe place to stay, connected her with job training programs, and even found a reputable daycare for Leo. He leveraged his network, not for profit, but for genuine human connection. He saw the gaps in the system, the areas where a little guidance, a gentle push, could make all the difference. Alara, in turn, blossomed. With stability, her inherent strength shone through. She excelled in her training, found a new job, and slowly, surely, rebuilt her life. Leo thrived under her loving care, his laughter now echoing with the joy of a child who felt secure and loved. But the ripple effect wasn't just for Alara. Arthur, too, was profoundly changed. The void that wealth couldn't fill was now being slowly, gently, replaced by a sense of meaning. He began to dedicate more of his time and resources to creating similar pathways for others in need, focusing on empowering individuals rather than just providing handouts. He discovered that true fulfillment lay not in accumulation, but in connection. This story isn't just about a millionaire and a struggling mother. It's about the profound truth that lies beneath our superficial differences. It's about the magic that unfolds when we truly see each other beyond our circumstances. It's about the power of empathy, the science of connection, and the gentle solutions that emerge when our hearts align. We believe that everyone has the capacity to create such ripples of positive change. If this story resonated with you, if it sparked a flicker of hope or curiosity, then imagine the collective impact we could have if we all looked a little closer, listened a little harder, and acted with a little more compassion. Your generosity, your connection, can change a life. Discover how small acts create monumental shifts. And so, on a quiet street corner, a simple act of compassion blossomed into a testament to the power of human connection, reminding us that even in the darkest moments, a glimmer of light, a gentle solution, is always within reach. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What does seeing someone truly mean to you? How has a single act of kindness impacted your life or someone you know? And if you're looking for more stories that inspire and offer gentle solutions, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next empowering video. Together, we can create a world where every glance holds the potential for a miracle.